You got a lot of stories about the great Michael Jordan. I'm not going to ask you to tell a bunch of them. I'm going to ask you one simple question. Give us all your favorite Michael Jordan story before we let you get on out of here.
Ooh.
Your favorite, because you've known him for quite a long time.
Yeah. One of them is that's podcast worthy, or that I can say publicly. We were bowling one night. This is I was probably a rookie or second year player, and we were going to Chicago to play, and Chicago was just becoming really good. It was the bad boys era, but they were fighting the bad boys. So I was playing with the Hornets, and every time Michael and his boys came to Charlotte, because Michael's dad and mom and brothers and sisters lived in Charlotte, and I saw them every day, very good friends with them. So every time I would go to Chicago, I get together with Michael and go out and eat or go bowling, do something, and vice versa if he came to Chicago. One night we're bowling. It was probably the first time I ever went bowling with him. And I'm with his dudes, and we're bowling, talking, eating, having a beer. And the ball got stuck. The pins get stuck every now and then, right? You got to throw another ball down the gutter to get it to reset.
Okay.
Everybody's done it, I'm sure. Well, Michael's telling a story with his back to the pins. We noticed that the pins get stuck, and we motioned for him to roll a ball down there. He picked up a 17-pound ball without using the holes, backhanded it, and flung it down the lane to reset the pins. He palmed a 17-pound bowling ball, bro.
Damn.
He was playing a different game.
Massive hands.
I looked at his dudes, and they looked at me and went, like, you didn't know he could do that? I was like, no, I didn't know he could do that. And when I think about it now, he might have done it on purpose, just for an intimidation factor.
That's him.
That dude. The other story I'll tell real quick. I had my way with the Bulls one night down in Miami, and I got a bunch of points, and we beat them the year they went 72-10.
Okay.
And Michael's my guy. I had damn near 40 points in the game. It was one of my better NBA nights, and we played him at home 2 weeks later. And we were at jump circle, and the ball went in the air at the jump circle, and he elbowed me in the sternum right away. And I just was like, oh shit. I guess it's going to be like that tonight. And it was. He got like 40 and didn't play the fourth quarter. And I got like 13 on 3 for 13. Just a killer, man.
Is there anybody like him in the NBA today? Mentality. Mentality, I don't know. You might think I'm crazy, but Stephen Curry has that mentality. I agree.
He's a killer. He's a killer, bro. I mean, Stephen lives for late game shit. He wants every last shot.
And not only
he's
that,
just not as physically imposing as Mike.
And I know, well, listen, those threes raining down upon you hurt just as much, to be quite honest with you.
Yes,
and
do.
I loved when he goes up against Sacramento in Sacramento, Game 7 this year, first round, and he looks into the camera and he's like, they can't finish. They can't finish. Yeah. And he was saying it. That's something that's very Michael Jordan-esque. And when I think about LeBron versus MJ, as great as LeBron is, it's one of the reasons I got him number 2 overall. He's friends with everybody, singing Kumbaya, getting along with everybody. Jordan was a menace. Didn't mind
he
venom.
Was, and I'm with you on that. I rank him 1, 2 in that order too. But I'm going to give LeBron a little something different. Stephen A., you and I grew up in an era where it was Street and Smith magazine. That's how people learned about me, or I learned about guys on the West Coast. We didn't have video. We damn sure didn't have each other's phone numbers. Mm-hmm. You and I were 55. We didn't, in the same era, we didn't have, if you went to camp, you didn't have the dude phone number that you went to camp with.
Right.
First time I met any of these dudes, was like at the McDonald's game. I met Terry Mills and J.R. Reed and Ramil Robinson and Derek Coleman for the first time ever. It's different now. These guys been playing AAU ball against one another since they're 8 years old. In these elite circles, they are more friendly. They know one another from years and years of relationships. And I just think, look, LeBron, man, what he's done socially cannot be understated.
Without question.
Him having a voice and taking a stand. Dude is a single mom, never been in trouble, high school sweetheart, married her, great dad, all that stuff. I love that dude.
So do I. I mean, don't tell nobody.
Michael,
don't tell nobody I said that, but I do. I really do.
I know you do. I know you do. Michael and MJ are just different mentally, and that's not a knock on either one of them. Yeah, I love it. I love both of them for what they are, and you know, and what they've done for society in general.